I think Carlos Prates probably wins this fight, okay? My official prediction is that he gets a knockout. I think he gets it done. He hits harder. There's something about his striking. It is beautiful. He's got really, really powerful strikes. He sets it up, and he's not just a puncher. He's not a one-trick pony. Whether it's a knee to the midsection, beautiful kicks, or the hands, they're all powerful. They're all got knockout capability. Of course, Ian Garry's a smooth striker. He's taller, he's longer, he's got more experience. Yeah, he's got a prettier record, because when you look at Carlos Prates, there's a good few losses on there. In fact, there's 6, but he hasn't lost in quite some time. He hasn't lost since 2019. The man's on an absolute tear, and he's knocked everyone out in the UFC.
Not only did he survive 25 minutes of Shavkat, actually won some rounds, and also had him in super compromised positions. Almost finished his ass. I think for Ian Machado Garry, his defense is insane. He got hit with a few right hands, but outside that, like his takedown defense, his grappling defense, striking defense, insane. He just needs to focus more on finishing fights and more of inflicting damage. He needs to figure that out.
All right. Not that Ian Garry is not a phenomenal fighter. I think he is absolutely top of the food chain when it comes to the 170-pound class. He's right there. But he's a smart fighter, and he will try to wrestle, but he's not going to be able to just take Prates down. This is not going to work for him. If that's his game plan, I'm just going to go in there and take him down, and you're going to be eating a lot of shots. One of those shots might put you out.
Every once in a while, I look at a fight and I go, what are people seeing? Like the experiences for Ian Garry. Ian Garry has faced guys like Shavkat, MVP, Jeff Neal. Both guys have fought Magny. That's kind of the one common denominator amongst the two. But for me, what's most concerning maybe for the Carlos Prates fans out there, or maybe should be, is the fact that Ian Garry is going to be the faster guy, and he also has the better footwork. And that typically, combined with the ability to master the kind of range that you want out there, tends to be a recipe for disaster for guys that are a little flat-footed and carry a lot of power.
Carlos, actually, I saw him not too long. I think it was at UFC 314. Me and my dad were there for the fights. And that dude is massive for a 170. I think he's like 6'3", 6'2", 6'3". But he looked freaking huge. I was walking to my seat, and I was passing this really tall Brazilian guy. And he called Wonder Boy, and we started chatting for a little bit. He said he was a fan. He was watching me since he was a young age, which is pretty cool. And I was like, dude, why does that dude look familiar, bro? And I turned back, and it was Carlos. I was like, bro, that dude looked like he was a 185er. He was massive.
Ian Machado Garry versus Carlos Prates. Ian Garry, unfortunately, I'm going to pick Ian to win this fight.
It's not unfortunate.
It's not unfortunate.
It's
good for the division.
I think
this ain't beef, man.
I think Ian is just an all-around. He has more ways to win than Carlos does. Obviously, Carlos could probably knock him out. But yeah,
Ian's super patient. So I believe Ian is going to use that patience. He's going to use that patience. He's going to use that footwork to kind of move around the cage. He's not just going to come in reckless and just commit on some crazy things for Carlos just for the sake of making the fight entertaining. And I believe that could frustrate him. That could frustrate Carlos Prates to get him to really try to come after and push Ian, and then from there, Ian looks for the counter.
Prates just needs one, whether it's a knee or a left hand. He can take you out of there. So I think it's dangerous. I think it's a dangerous fight. But to me, I'm seeing a clear victory for Ian Machado Garry. Maybe I'm wrong on this one, and I need to see more from Carlos Prates. But if Prates beats someone like Ian Machado Garry, then watch the heck out. That means this guy's legit. I haven't seen it against that other high-level guy where I'm like, yes, Carlos Prates is going to be that guy.
Ian's going to be looking to take him down because I think that's the path of least resistance. We don't know what the grappling game looks like of any of the fighting nerds. So my intuition says if I could take this guy down and see if he's any good on the ground, I'm going to look to test that. Maybe strike on the feet for a little bit, see how that goes. If I can't compete with him there or it's too even, then maybe I take him down or tie him up against the fence, slow him down, and maybe try to look for like a ground and pound TKO sequence or something like that.
The way that I see it is that he is going to get the takedown, and I think he's going to work right to the back
just like he did against Shavkat, just like he's done before in other fights. I think he's going to work on staying his distance, keeping his distance, and when Prates overcommits, he's going to try to work on getting that easy takedown. Whether it's body lock, lift, scoop, takedown. His work at shootbox, I think, is going to be very important. He's really looking to become a real mixed martial artist. Just didn't have enough in his last fight. He's going to end up getting, I think he's going to get better from the last time to this time. This fight, though, to me is, are we going to see him get a submission? Are we going to see him control the top position? Because on the feet, they're equally probably, I think, in terms of speed, I would give Ian Garry maybe a little bit more speed than Prates. Power goes to Prates, though. So in this fight, I'm looking at, can Ian Garry stick and move on the outside, which he's fantastic at? And as Prates overcommits on things, leaves himself out of position, will the takedowns come easy? And if he does, I mean, look, the long body style of Ian Garry and the back control, the figure four, those type of things, I think Prates going to have a hard time getting out of that position.
Will Ian play Matador the whole time, or will he try to exchange in the firefight? Because if I had to assume, I think the power is on the side of Prates. I don't think anyone could deny that. I don't think even Ian will deny that. But he's more of a sniper. He's more precise. He's going to try to be as accurate as he can, try to be clean, move pretty. Where Prates is just kind of like, I'm in your face the whole time, and he doesn't use a whole lot of energy by changing the stance, moving around, all this footwork shit. He's just right there in the center, which helps him conserve his energy. And I think that's why he's been having the performances that he does, because he's like, I think he trusts his chin. And, it's a very interesting fight. I don't know who's going to win this one. I really don't.
It's pretty cool that Ian Garry even took this fight, because he was in a title eliminator fight and he lost a decision and he fucking looked great. Like, he surprised a lot of people. Before that, Ian Garry himself was on a fat streak. In the UFC alone, Jordan Williams, KO, Darren Weeks, decision, TKO, Daniel Rodriguez, TKO head kick, Neil Magny, decision, Jeff Neal, decision, Michael Page, decision. Because he's kind of the guy, he's long and he knows how to fight at his range, and he bounce around left, he'll bounce around right, and he'll win with just slickness and outpointing you.
The dude smokes American cigarettes, drinks Irish whiskey. Meanwhile, I'm in Brazil having Guaraná, Açaí, and Paçoquita. I'm more Brazilian than this guy is. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not only this, I've got his whole country wanting me to win.
See how he does with Ian, because Ian's long, rangy, does a great job of controlling the range. He's got those oblique kicks, got that long jab, he's got nice combinations, he's got a great high kick. Prates, southpaw, he does a good job controlling the range too, that lead hand, and he looks for that freaking missile of a left hand down the middle. Boom, he's got those knees, he'll trap your hand, fake the cross from the backhand from a southpaw with the left hand, and then step in with the knee that he hit on that kid Radke. He just has a good eye for the openings, and then once he hits you, man, he commits. And that's why I'm intrigued about this fight.
Moving on to Ian Garry. This dude has fought some of the who's in the welterweight division. He's a veteran. He is a veteran, but he's not a finisher. I mean, yes, he knocked out Daniel Rodriguez. He decisioned Neil Magny. He decisioned Jeff Neal. He decisioned Michael Venom Page. But then alone, Michael Venom Page is one of the best strikers in all of the UFC. I mean, the guy's phenomenal. And of course, he lost to Shavkat Rakhmonov, but he was undefeated for so long. I think it was like a 15, 16 fight win streak or something like that. This dude has got, he's got 7 wins by knockout, 1 by submission, and 4 first round finishes. But the thing is, this dude has the experience. He's been in the UFC. He's fought really good guys in the UFC. This is going to be a big test again for Ian Garry.
I believe if he can get to Carlos's back the way that he got on Shavkat's back, I believe that might be a done deal. I believe he can get the finish there.
I've been yes against the baddest men in our division. Carlos isn't close to those guys, in my opinion. He's a one-trick pony. He's got power. Good job. I've been hit by a lot of guys. Here's one. You pull up MVP's highlight reel and you pull up Carlos Prates' highlight reel. Whose is more impressive?